Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Papa Boris here, playing some more Hearthstone Battlegrounds. Hoping to get a new hero. Didn't get a new hero. We'll go ahead and play with Bran Bronzebeard. Can't remember how long it's been since I've played Toki. I do like Toki, but Bran is Bran, so we'll go for the win here. Still haven't gotten to play with Edwin or Rafam. Reputation-wise, it seems like Rafam is causing more of a stir with his card copying power, so I'm definitely excited to try that out at some point, but that'll have to wait for another day. Good start here with Mr. Bronzebeard. Always happy to get the... Well, this is the best tier 1 card, but the fact that you get an extra +1/+1 on top of it is nice as well. One thing I'm kind of curious about is when it's correct to freeze things on turn 2, or gold 4 as I prefer to refer to the turns as. It's a little bit clearer than having to like do the math. I guess the math isn't that hard. The turn is just whatever gold amount you have minus 2. So turn 1 is 3. Or no, turn +2 is how much gold you have on that turn. So on turn 1, you have 3 gold, because 1 + 2 is 3. On turn 2, you have 4 gold, because 2 + 2 is 4, etc. Well, okay, this is not something I'd want to freeze anyway, but say you had like a Tide Hunter here. Is it worth freezing it? On the one hand, you get a token, so that's gold for the future, and it's a good thing with Bran, for example, because it gets the +1/+1 from his battle cry. But on the other hand, when you freeze on turn 2, you are preventing 3 rolls the following turn, which could come from the second tier and potentially define your strategy. I mean, they could be amalgams, which are just great. Could be rat packs, could be hyenas. I guess actually, how much stuff is there at Tavern 2 that's like really, really good? Spawn of N'Zoth is good in the short term. I guess the Cold Light Oracle. Is it no, it's the Cold Light Seer for the +2 health on your Murlocs is good if you've got Murlocs. And there's a fair number of things you'd like to roll for. Well, none of them happen here. So, there's some division of thought as to what to do. You can, of course, sell one of your cards or your only card and buy 2 things. I don't think this stuff is good enough to justify it. So, you either get the Golem and roll twice to maybe freeze something good for the following turn, or you go for the high roll and roll first. I'm going to roll first. Be nice to get something better than the Harvest Golem. Well, sure, we'll take the spawn. I'm not going to freeze anything. If I had a Demon or an Amalgam, I'd freeze this guy. I don't want to commit to a Hyena before I even have Beast. You could actually have made a play to get the Alley Cat and sell the token and buy a Hyena, or sell like a 2/1 and buy a Hyena and go for the Alley Cat Hyena combo. I'm not really that concerned about that. Oh, hey, it's AFK. Wait, how come AFK has a... Wait, I'm confused. This was AFK's first turn coming online. But she had a tier 1 and a tier 3. Oh, okay. So she must have... Is she at tier 1? Yeah, so she didn't Tavern up, which is interesting. She must have bought a unit from the board, the Homunculus, played the Cobalt Guardian, and her other tier 3 pick must have been something she didn't want to play now, but is holding in her hand to play later. I'm trying to wonder, what would that be? Some kind of buffing card, I guess? I wasted a bunch of time doing absolutely nothing. Well, we could get this and this for just immediate stats, or the Rat Pack and the War Leader for kind of a combo of immediate stats, plus maybe some late game potential. We'll do that. I'm not sure it's the correct play. It's quite possible that it would have been more correct to get the immediate stats, but the Murlocs are now a much more viable consideration for a main strategy because of King Bagurgle at tier 5, in case you're curious. It's a 6/3 Murloc at tier 5 that gives your Murlocs +2/+2, Battle Cry, and Death Rattle. So it's, I mean, a +2/+2 buff to your entire board is pretty nuts. And then, like, the fact that it's another card alongside the Cold Light Seer that gives your Murlocs +2 health just makes Murlocs, like, much more competitive before they get to tier 6 with the Megasaurs. Okay, interesting maneuver here. Maneuver's not the correct word. So I can get 2 Hyenas, and I could just Tavern up next turn. I think I'm going to do that. Another option, I can buy a Hyena, freeze, and get the Hyena next turn, but I really don't want to freeze after taverning up, because that sort of like blocks a spawn of the tavern at the next tier, which seems kind of counterproductive. If if I had mechs, this would be really great. As it is, I have no mechs, so I'm not going to commit to that. This is a mech, but I don't really want to go for pogo hoppers. One potential weakness in my game is I pretty much ignore pogo hoppers. I just do pretend that they are like blank cards. I don't know if this is a competitive enough strategy. They just start off too slow. Alright, so Curator's got some good stats. I actually got a kill from the spawn, which is nice. Sadly, one hyena got sniped. But we should have this. We are way outstatting Mr. Curator here with our Murloc Rat Beast board. Nothing committal yet, really. I could still go for mechs. And I am only at tier 2, so that's sort of the thing. Alright, so we're going to obviously Tavern up. Still no mechs, no demons, but I think this is worth picking up. It's a tough one. I have to sell off one of my little Murlocs, but am I really going to need that many Murlocs? Probably not. So let's roll. Oh boy, this is a lot of good stuff. Jesus Christ. Okay, so I actually like these guys a lot. I'm going to freeze this board. I don't think I'm going to buy anything. I could actually just sell both of the... Well, if I sell both the Murlocs, that's sort of counterproductive, isn't it? To play this Murloc. Okay. This feels bad to waste 2 gold, but this is a pretty nice setup here. I'm considering getting rid of my Beast package. I could also just get rid of this Scout and the Spawn of N'Zoth, and I keep the Beast package and I can still get a Cobalt. Okay, this might beat me. This Kaboom Bot's a bit of a problem. I was kind of hoping you wouldn't die. Oh, but both... that was a gold one, wow. Both bombs went on the same target, which is good. And then I got the junk bot and both my things kill his Cobalt. Okay, that was pretty good. I was worried I was going to lose it. Not that I care about losing a fight since I haven't lost yet. It's fine to take some damage, but it looked like that might have been a loss. Okay, so now I have to make some pretty big decisions. I like this crowd favorite a lot, but I am also kind of full up on board space. Let's get the Cobalt Guardian. I'm prepared to sell the Spawn. These I'm happy to keep just as, you know, gold fishing. All right, let's roll off. I don't think there's anything here that would be sensible. This would be a temporarily good thing, but I have to get rid of my Scout. Yeah, this is actually okay, but I'd rather try to get something better. Okay, that's qualifying, I think, so we'll sell that, play this, grab this guy, roll Amalgam. Can I pick that up? Nah. Okay. Can't pick it up yet. I'm 1 gold short. I could have pulled the trigger. Maybe it would have been correct for me to give up on the Beast stuff. Maybe sell the Rat Pack, for example. Buy the Amalgam. Put the Menace, the Replicator, on the Amalgam so I have something to refresh the Cobalt's Divine Shield. Yeah, I might have strategically misplayed this. Now I'm actually going to lose this fight, because my opponent with those 2 spawns outstats me, and this Hyena's not going to be enough to cover it, because these Murlocs, Jesus. This person's actually going full Murlocs, which is a totally legitimate strategy these days. With luck I can kill off a couple of these. 50-50 here. Alright, blocked 1 damage. And we'll take 5, which is perfectly fine. Yeah, strategically I might have misplayed that. I got too tied up with all of my strategies here. Alright, so do we go up to tier 4? Up against Daryl. You never really know what Daryl's up to. He's got no gold cards. He did just womp AFK and kill her, but AFK seems to have really misfired. Okay, I'm gonna take a chance and go up to 4. Well, I think this is worth keeping. So, we're looking for pretty typical stuff here. Would be nice to get Replicating Menace for the Amalgam. Would be nice to get an Annoyo module for the Amalgam. Now that we're at tier 4, the Security Rover is good to more fully commit to mechs. A gold card, I've got 2 things I'm fishing golds for. A gold to get a tier 5 Discovery, to get a Lightforged... I can never remember that. Is it Lightforged Warden? Or Light Fang? No, Light Fang Enforcer. There we go. The one that gives a +2/+1 to 1 member of each tribe. That or Bran to, define the strategy a bit could be good. I think maybe my mistake this game was sticking with these beasts too long. I should have just gotten rid of them. I had a chance to get rid of them and get like the Amalgam with the Replicating Menace on it. I think that would have been better than the Replicating Menace on this, and having these sort of mediocre now cards, which with very low stats, bumbling around. Okay, yeah, Daryl's done some pretty good dancing. So I'm going to lose this, unfortunately. And it's starting to get a little scary, because at least 2 people now have pretty phenomenal boards. And my stats are just not really keeping up with the times. Oh god, look at how much health all this stuff has. Just barely. Alright. Attack order makes me take 2 extra damage. But more concerning than the damage is the fact that my board is just plain old bad. I really need to swing more into mechs or more into murlocs or something to get out of this situation. Okay, so here I froze for the Metal Tooth Leaper, and we're rolling. Yeah, this is alright. I could just get this as a temporarily decent thing. It's good with the Leaper. No. No, it doesn't feel quite right. There's a Menace. That's good. And then that's fine. Okay, we're going to swap out the Beast package here. So I'm going to actually completely give up on the dream of golding the Hyenas. Let me just make sure I'm not wasting any gold. I cannot get this guy this turn. I would have liked to, but I can't. So do I freeze for it? I think it's a bit slow to freeze for. So we're going to do this. Oh, I screwed up, actually. After selling out my Beast package, I should have actually kept the Rat pack. This is a 2-2 that goes up to a 4-3, but clearly it would have been better to have a 2-2 that spawns a couple of 1-1s upon death. Rat King, I whooped him pretty good earlier, but I am unfortunately going to lose this fight. Too many stats. It's kind of like the opposite of the last game, where like none of my opponents got anything that came together. This time, a bunch of the people in the field have stuff coming together pretty well. So I'm in a little bit of trouble here. This is the guy with the gold Kaboom bot that I lucked out on last time and didn't take much damage from. Okay. Well, that's a bunch of damage. I'm not going to kill anything with this. In fact, I'm going to take extra damage because it's going to spawn an extra thing. That's lovely. Yeah, 3, 4, 5, and then an extra 6 here. Christ. Well, I was at the top of the heap for a little while there, but this is a game that illustrates the difficulty of Hearthstone Battlegrounds. I just strategically misplayed where I was going with my game, and it's what cost me. So finally we get a Hyena when I've given up on the dream of getting a gold one. I think we just got to roll for some stuff. That's good. That's good. Nothing good there. And you, Beast Dragon Murloc. Yeah, that can work. We'll see. So I need to sell off the stupid Hyena. I got 30 seconds. I gotta play kind of quickly. Let's get some discovery going. So I think we'll just go for the rock pool. This is my weak link. We'll buff up the Amalgam. What's my weakest link here? This guy? Play the Annoyo module on that. So I have 4 gold left. Yes, it does make sense to do this. Play it, and roll one more time. Perfect. Well, I don't know if that's perfect, but this I could play just to buff my Amalgam more, and this also buffs my Amalgam some more. Okay, bit of a tough board, but my power increased a fair bit since the last fight. Got this big health Amalgam now. So I might actually win this fight. We'll see. Got unlucky. The Shredder dropped a mech, so this thing got its Divine Shield back, unfortunately. I'm still in decent shape because my guy got the Divine Shield back. I still got a couple of high attackers. Pop the Divine Shield. It's not coming back. And then, yes, we actually won this one. Now, the Curator is not my toughest opponent. The Rat King and Daryl and probably Edwin as well all have much better boards than me. It's worth noting I have 0 golds, and I did Goldfish for quite a while. So I have been maybe a little bit unlucky, but I think it's, it's wrong to fall for the temptation of always blaming things on luck. Definitely could have done better with what I was offered. All right, Rat King is a bit of a scary opponent. He's whooping me and Edwin, who was in the lead, but we just got to do the best we can here, so that's a picker. +2/+2 on the Amalgam is not worth 3 gold. I think I got to try to fish for a triple card here while I can. Nothing there, sadly. A second Amalgam. Oh, man, that's a tough one, because it doesn't actually do anything yet. But if I survive this fight, it'll be worth it to have that. Though, potentially, I'm kind of overestimating my chances of surviving the fight, aren't I? Shoot. Okay, we just gotta go for strength, so we'll get this. Play it. I couldn't fit it on the board. Oh god, I'm stupid. Oh no, that was bad. Oh, that was really bad. Oh my god, that was the worst possible play. I couldn't fit the Annoy module on the board. Oh yeah, well I just completely blew it. Well, anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe. I don't know if I could have won this fight by any means. My opponent has huge stats. It's Cobalt Guardians with the Rovers, just a classic combo. They get their Divine Shields back, this junk bot. I mean, this person got the full mech package. I don't think once I was paired up against the Rat King there was any way that I could have survived. My method for getting further in this game than I did would have been to suck less. And I think, I could be wrong, but I think what I needed to do is sell off my Rat Pack and the 2 Hyenas way sooner and commit more fully to mechs. I was unlucky. I never found a gold despite fishing for a triple for a long time. So there was some bad luck here as well, but I could have made more of it, maybe even made it to top 4 if I had done a better job with what I was given. So, good, instructive, and poorly played run. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like it or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.